Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the Filthy Creatures podcast. My name is Dibbs. If you guys don't know, Filthy Creatures podcast is a podcast that runs 5 days a week from Monday to Friday. We post all this up on iTunes. It goes over to YouTube, and there's stuff up on SoundCloud as well. Let's get all that stuff out of the way. This morning, I am joined by the most majestic man, beast out of Missouri, Mr. ArcDK. There we go. We got it right. You're a man beast, man. You are a man beast.
Yeah,
you are.
Some way, you know, it's one of those moments. Do I do I just say hi?
Arc-Rumbe.
Like somebody put the dog down. Fucking put him down.
Take him out back like old Yeller.
Yeah, take him. Fucking, we're gonna react, you old Yeller. What's up, everybody? Bam.
How are you doing, sir? What's been going on in the past, I guess, the last 24, man?
Last 24, just the normal shit, masturbate, shower.
Oh, wow.
I got the order wrong the one time, though, and I accidentally shat in the shower and then masturbated in the toilet. It was weird.
Ooh, that's you gotta get those right. What I usually do is I have cards on the wall. I have, like, big info signs. It's like,
shit
pull
goes
here,
here.
shit here. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not doing it.
Oh, that's what I need to do.
Nailed it in one.
Now talking about tiny guns being ineffective.
Wow, we're straight into the news. Straight into the news. Here we go.
Straight
boys.
into the news.
Here we go.
Straight into the news, boys. Battlefield 1's tiny gun is ineffective, but glorious. Now, if you guys don't know what this gun is, I'm sure Dibbs is showing you the beautiful fucking clip right now of it. This particular gun is actually a actual fucking gun. I mean, I've seen these before, but I didn't realize like it actually had a model type or anything. It's called a Kolbri. It's actually a pistol designed by an Austrian watchman. I'm not gonna say the fucking dude's name because it's like Franz
Fannel, I think it is.
And yeah, whatever. He made it in 1914 as a self-defense weapon, and it fired a 2.7 millimeter round at a velocity of 200 milliseconds. For comparison, a Red Ryder BB gun fires at about 106
meters. Yeah, 106 meters.
So this gun was super ineffective, like just super ineffective. I'm sorry. Like I find it super funny that they even put this gun in the game. But there's gonna be somebody that's gonna get good with this fucking gun, and he's gonna kill you with it.
That is gonna.
And then he's gonna teabag you afterwards. It's gonna be like the most mortifying thing in the world. And it's gonna be in all the montages, and it's gonna be just you, that gets killed by this gun every time.
I love how it's a gun for ants. Finally, someone be like, "What is this? A gun for ants?" Yes, it is a gun, literally for ants.
No, it's actually a gun for cats. Now the cats, when they get pissed off at you, got a piece to pull out. What was that, bitch? Oh, I'll get you your Kimbles and bits. Oh, wait, that's dogs. So I'll get you your meow meow yum time, whatever the fuck you want, man. Just don't pull the trigger, Fluffy!
I love, and also the potential for that to be the new griefing gun is fantastic.
Oh, it will be.
I cannot wait to see the montages that come out of just people using this gun and just going.
And what it'll be is they'll have that gun, but they'll have the shotgun and probably have a shotgun and fucking reserve or something. So with that, and then pull out the shotgun and finish you off
for the oh shit moment.
Shotgun, switch out, and just blah, 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 they kill you with it.
Yeah,
it'll be like a bullshit moment. Like, did he shoot me with a shotgun, switch guns to that tiny ass motherfucking pistol, and kill me?
Oh man,
he fucking did, didn't he? The fucking bastard.
He totally did.
Fucking bastard. Still, but it's one of those things, man. It's good. It's good. But now, talking still on Battlefield 1, so the opening actual says something like the Battlefield 1's opening actually says something about World War I's potential pointless carnage and how completely just destructive it is. So I haven't got to watch the opening yet because I'm not spoiling myself with spoilers. I played a bit of the beta, which you guys all heard my opinion on already, so that was fine. I'm gonna play through the campaign. I can't wait to see it. But apparently, the fucking beginning of this is just so fucking savage. The beginning of the opening for their World 1 opening here is apparently so savage. People were just like, "Wow, that's brutal." And that's the point that though I feel like it's making that this is actually how war is supposed to be like perceived. It's not supposed to be bright and flashy like like fucking what's it called? Call of Duty makes everybody's like Call of Duty makes it very bright and flashy and heroic and stoic and all this shit. Where Battlefield has finally come in and said, "No, we're going to show you how bad it gets," and they're just like, "This is how war is right here," and it's savage, it's bad, it is horrendous. Apparently,
I think it's good that they do actually show it's not sugarcoated. Because, war is not supposed to be a thing that's, it's very romanticized, it's very glorified in regards, in literature and in history books and stuff like that.
And half the time, it's not people fighting for any given ideology like they portray it as. It's like, they were coming in to be heroes. No, they were fighting because they either were drafted to do so, or which means they had no choice but to do it. That's the first one. The other one is they did it because they had no other way to either make money or feed their family, so they left. That's a giant proportion. That's a giant portion of people that actually go to war. A lot of time, folks don't go to war for the same reason. Nowadays, people do go to war because it's a little more lax, and we don't really have the same kind of standards on military as we did back in that point in time. But yeah, it's not so sugar coated. It's not really not.
I think Battlefield 1 can go either one or two ways with this. It could either be a really, really, really good game, or potentially it could drop like a hot mess like we had with Star Wars Battlefront. I'm tending to lean a little bit towards Star Wars Battlefront just simply because a lot of things are lining up, and I know a lot of people are like, oh man, but rip Call of Duty, right? Careful. There was one thing that all of the Call of Duty games have that Battlefield has been struggling with the last couple of iterations, and that's gunplay. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, if you have a game that handles so that it doesn't matter what setting you put it in, and the guns handle absolutely amazing every single time you put a product out, that just goes to show that the team knows what the teams know what is the best. The best way to make those guns feel as good as possible, right? With this,
well, that's where me and you have a bit of a difference on the guns. Battlefield tries to make the guns feel more realistic, where Call of Duty makes them more easier to handle.
Yes,
so
exactly.
it goes down more to the end. Do you want to be able to? Do you want to play the gun? Do you want to actually play the game that actually has the more realistic guns? Do you want to have the ones that are really easy that like a preschool would pick up and play? Now, am I being mean there? No, because I actually don't like either one of the series as much. This is the first one I'm actually getting into with Battlefield that I'm like, okay, this looks cool because it's World War I. You don't see many people fucking tackling that particular war. It's like, that really looks cool. I want to play it. And they both have their own separate problems. As I said, one's guns are super realistic, so they handle like a big bag of chips and ass. The other one's guns are super easy, so you get those little smack talking 4-year-olds that are like, "Your mama sucked my dick last night."
I love those kids that talk smack, man. I love those kids that talk smack. They're great.
It's like, dude, does your mom even know you're playing this game? Yeah, she's sitting right behind me, and she's giving your mom some tea right now because she was over here sucking my dick. Whatever, dude.
It's like, okay, dude. Let's see how far that gets you in life. Talking about something that is relatively, it's been very hit or miss. What we're talking about here is there's an article.
Cause it also sucks dick.
Is that the little shit kid voice from now on?
Yeah, that's a little shit. I don't even remember what little shit kids sound like anymore because I mute my show.
I do it as well,
shit
right?
online.
Like, one day I'm gonna go in and just unmute it and
just wait,
expose myself and be
wait.
like, oh crap, they've evolved.
Hey guys, I'm DIBBSGG. I'm on Twitch. I'm a big Twitcher. How you guys doing? Like, you're gonna get all these little shit kids. Your mama is a big Twitcher, you prick.
I love that. I love that shit, dude. I love that shit. So this next article is our favorite and least favorite PSVR launch games. A compendium of launch games obviously was bound to come through the door eventually, and not every launch game that comes out with every, I guess, platform, because PSVR is not just an add-on for PlayStation. It's they're trying to pitch it as its own platform. These things usually come out. You're never going to have like amazing games across the board. There's always going to be a fair few stinkers. There are going to be some like ones that are relatively like average, middling at best, that will basically disappear into existence. Cameo on Xbox 360 is one. Perfect Dark Zero on Xbox 360 is a perfect one. PS3, I cannot even freaking remember because that was God knows how long ago. But like there, you know, the ones that end up shining are the ones that come later.
In get his tapioca pudding.
God damn it! I remember when the Commodore 64 launched.
I remember when it was a single button and a fucking paddle. If you pissed off your dad when you were playing the game, he'd beat your ass with the paddle.
So
no, I was looking through this list of games they got on here. I mean, there's a couple that pique my interest that I wouldn't mind taking a look at, but a lot of these I really could care less about. I mean, a lot of them, like that. There's a few of them, like this super hyper cute. Yeah, that looks like it's one of those games that I can't wait to fucking play.
What is that? Oh yeah. Tetris.
No,
from like you're on top of the cubes. What? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
give us something innovative.
That's fucking stupid. Job Simulator, they can take that and shove it because I already don't want to work in real life. Why the fuck would I want to work in a goddamn game? Thumper sounds cool. It's a rhythm game, so it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's not. I mean, it's got a lot of cool music, but it's yeah. No, I don't.
I think out of this list, out of this comprehensive list, the ones that would definitely would pique my interest would be stuff like Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. But remember, that is completely on rails.
That's a rails. That's a rail shooter. I don't want any part of that.
Yep.
That's no. Now Here They Lie looks kind of cool. It's kind of like a horror game that you move around on. So it's kind of neat. Like I was looking a little bit into this Here They Lie, and it actually had like you have to use the controls as well, so you could move around and shit. So apparently, it's one of those that you're going to move around on. Battlezone, I wouldn't mind seeing how that works, but in the PlayStation VR world would be cool until that big ass Jaws shark comes fucking nailing on my cage and I scream like a little girl. Literally, that is still one of my biggest fears to this day, is to fucking go swimming and like have fucking like Jaws come out of nowhere and be like, "I'm gonna eat you, bitch."
You look delicious. You look delicious.
I know. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm gone. Kirk, one called Kirk. I said Kike, didn't I? One of them, Kirk, looked good as well, which is kind of neat. It's apparently a scavenging odyssey. But besides that, the rest of them are kind of shitty looking. I mean, like even the like Arcane and VR. Like, why would you make a Batman game?
Yeah. That Batman Arkham game just makes me just go okay, where do developers stop taking other experiences and porting them into VR and start actually making tailored experiences exclusively for VR? I know Arkham, like these games sort of really are that way, but the problem we have with VR right now, especially with something like PlayStation VR, where you can't move around in a physical space, you have to use the controls to move around, is like it's all gonna feel like you're a turret, basically.
It's literally one of those moments. It's like, but don't you want to be Batman, motherfucker? I just want to play the game as Batman. I don't want to be Batman. Motherfucker's got both his parents killed.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Sorry.
He's got a lot of daddy issues.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I might have issues with my folks sometimes, but that motherfucker's got lots of mommy and daddy issues.
True.
True.
But you know, like PlayStation VR, yes, it could be, yes, it could pan out to be everything. But obviously, this is like what I would like to call like the first gen of games that come through. So these are the stuff that we had pre-development. People were like, okay, what can we possibly do with VR? It's like, okay, they're starting to scratch the surface for that. I would love to see what they end up doing later down the road, possibly with something like with like The Last of Us. Give us something like The Last of Us in like VR.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to say anything on VR because like VR is such a trope. It's 3D to me. It's not impressive. It's one of those moments where it's like, and here's my thing. I will probably sit in a swivel chair and fucking play that. So just be like, I can just spin.
Like optimize your spinning.
So I don't got to do anything. I'll just be like, wee, here it is out here. It's out here. Okay, cool. I don't got to do anything. I'm just going to fucking keep playing the game and keep going straight. I don't want to move my head. And that's the point. I mean, like, is it a cool concept? Yeah, it's a cool concept to be able to move your head and look around. But you know what? Like, I'm so used to controller. Until you give me that actual true VR experience where I put it on, I go to sleep, and I play the game for like 4 or 5 hours while laying the fuck down so I can touch myself when I want to. I don't want any part of it. I really don't. I really don't.
One day that'll happen.
One day we'll get sorted online, and then one day somebody will be an asshole and we'll all get locked in the game and have to kill each other.
Oh shit! It's happening again. Oh man,
I have trapped you. I have trapped you all here in the new Counter-Strike.
It's gonna be like a real nerdy
2.5 death match, and the last one standing gets to leave. It's like, oh dude, I'm so not shooting anybody. There's a little kid in the background. Fuck you guys! I'm gonna kill you all. Never mind, I'm gonna kill him first.
Oh shit! We're gonna rush out who lives.
Sorry. I know, right? I got the alpha testers. Sorry, he's being a cocky little shit.
We'll survive this. We just gotta stick together. Yeah, sure you will.
Right. Talking about interesting games that have a kind of a shooter perspective. Battleborn gets its first story DLC today, apparently, and this one kind of went out over like a wet fart. I didn't even know Battleborn had a story. Did you know Battleborn had a story?
Battleborn was a game for me that literally just went past. We had Overwatch, we had Paladins, we had we had these similar hero shooters, right? So not to say that they're a MOBA, whether they're not a MOBA, hero shooters is basically I think where you can love them all, like the similar thing that you put them all into. Battleborn didn't do too great from the get-go. The fact that they're releasing like DLC now, I think what is it like 3 months after it came out?
It's not even fucking DLC. It's not even DLC. It's story DLC. They were already releasing armors and shit for the multiplayer shooter shit like a while back ago, dude. They were like releasing shit every week apparently, and like now it's like, oh yeah, we were giving you the first story DLC today, and it's like,
oh, so when the game is dead...
Not to be an ass, but I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah, once the game is died down and no one's interested in it, now you're going to go back and retroactively add something that people were probably asking for maybe like a month after the game sort of came out. Like okay, I guess if you want to go ahead and do that, then try and salvage some like user. But honestly, at this stage, just make it go free to play. Yeah,
it really at this point in time. Or at this point in time, they really just need to fucking make it go free to play. You just should be able to play it for free. Maybe they already have, and we're just still not that interested in it.
We've been completely lapsing on that knowledge. But
Battleborn, I mean, and it's a really sad moment too, because like I've seen a lot of the characters, and a lot of the characters really look cool and fun to play with, and they're interesting designed characters, but. Man, this was a bad time to release this game. They should have fucking like held off after Overwatch hype had gone through, waited a little while back, and then thrown it out. You know?
If they gave it until March next year to release the game,
it would have probably done way better.
It would have done way better, because if they released it a little bit later, we start running into silly season, and like we have now with Gears of War. Gears of War just came out, but Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty are just around the corner, right? Yep. So once those get released, Gears of War 4 is the interest aside from the competitive side is gonna wane a lot. So release.
This can go right down the shitter.
And because a lot of other big games are coming out around this time to coincide with with Christmas and people trying to like, hey, I want this game for Christmas.
Christmas is such a fucking shit show.
It is. It absolutely is. Why I get why games get released this time of the year, because they want to try and make it in for holidays, right?
And this is what I hate about. I hate it. Like, it's all the big name games are like, we're gonna wait until Christmas time to release all these games, and the rest of the year you guys are just like having a barren field of shit.
It's true.
It's like you might get one good game, and like I'm talking as a streamer. I'm not talking as like somebody who just plays video games. Somebody who plays video games, I'll fucking play anything. But as somebody who likes to stream, it's one of those moments where you come to the understanding that if you don't pick up some of the newer games, you're basically streaming in a circle.
You are. And you get caught in like this weird loop.
You're the one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
The one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah, one-legged. That's what you turn into. It's not good. It's not good, man.
Talking about some things this could be something that could be good. It's something that could be good. It's something I'll have my eye on just for a little bit. I'm not saying that, man. Soon as they like farted out the concept of this game, like I was there. But I do like I do have a lot of love for games that are unconventional in regards to their approach towards gameplay, whether it's storyline or gameplay or like mechanics and stuff like that. So this is an adventure game that lets you explore ruins as a wolf. The game is called Lost Ember, and it's an upcoming indie game from a wolf's perspective. Marvelously, that wolf can possess other animals as a way of exploring the ruins of imaginary Machu Picchu. It looks to be gorgeous.
My question is, didn't they already have a game where you can explore as a wolf? It was It was a Japanese game. It was the Japanese wolf game, white fur markings.
Okami.
Couldn't you explore ruins and stuff with that one? And it was really good.
I guess.
And that one actually had combat. This one doesn't have combat.
Yeah, true. True. It's a Kickstarter game. You never know.
I know. I'm not gonna give them a hard time for what they're trying to like what they're trying to talk about. It's one of those moments where I hope it turns out to be something really cool. Like it has a really stable concept. You get to explore things, and it's a wolf. Everybody loves wolves.
Yeah,
wolves are sexy. Everybody loves wolves.
Exactly.
So it's one of those moments where it's like, this could turn out to be something really, really cool, or it could just be another Battleborn. Just
they needed to. So this game looks very pretty, right? For now.
Yeah.
Come back and visit it in like a year or two. It may look like a Nintendo 64 game. The biggest thing that I would always say with guys that make indie games and don't have like a lot of money to pump into visual effects and stuff like that, stylize the crap out of your games. As soon as you stylize something, it makes it timeless. Completely timeless. Like I would say, like if they made this say like cell that's Okami, isn't it? Cell shaded. But like if they went with like with an art style that would definitely support like that type of thing, it would make this game look really good in like 2 or 3 years from now, right? Like so when it does come back up for sale on Steam, or if it does release, because let's be frank here, unless it's a AAA game these days or one that receives a lot of fanfare from the get-go, your game is basically going to see a lot more traffic on the back end when it hits a sale, and it drops down to like $1 or like $5 or something like that. Maybe if they go back and they do that and they made it like a stylized art, make stylized art for it, it would still look appealing months and weeks and months from now. But this game looks okay, and like I can't fault it. But is it going to be another yet in the run of Journey where it's just, hey, here's an adventure, you just go move through this space? Because they did, the art director behind Journey did double down and did a game called Abzu, and it's literally Journey underwater. Is this going to be like Journey with an animal theme? That game's been done. Let the guys who are good at doing that release one of those every couple of years. Let's
just kind of keep stuff fresh. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Talking about concepts have been revisited. So Valve is apparently making a new Vive controller. Ooh, a new Vive controller.
We haven't even had the first one hasn't even been out for that long yet. This is.
Yeah, but like, here's my thing. Okay, I don't care. I'm not probably gonna get a Vive because it's a stupid concept. Yep. But I look at the controllers that they have for the Vive. They're batons, man. For landing a goddamn airplane. That's what they fucking are. They're just big black ones too. The difference is the ones they're showing slip onto the hand. Okay, so they slip onto the hand, they hold the hand. So you don't actually got to hold the controllers if you don't want to, but you can grab a hold of them, and they're like they're tiny little joystick pieces, which work so much fucking better than having these giant ass super black dildos in your hand. That if you could hit a button and turn them on to glow, that you would fucking like wheel in the fucking bomber jets as they come in. Just come on, let's right here.
In August I went down to Sydney and actually got to play with the HTC Vive, and it was my first experience, my first exposure to VR and stuff. And you're correct. Holding those kind of like when you're looking at them in your hand, okay, that's one thing. But then when you go put on the headset and you're in playing games and stuff, it does feel a little bit clunky. And there were times where I just sort of like wanted to let go and just be like, okay, what would obviously I felt like, okay, if I went like this with my hands and opened them up, what would happen. Obviously, you just drop the controllers and stuff. With this, I guess it gives you a little bit of time to. It gives you like if they can replicate that in regards to like, okay, you're letting go, then maybe your hands will do the same in the game. But the crazy thing here is the Vive hasn't even been out for that long. It hasn't got enough traction yet for it to actually be viable to do a revision on the hardware. And
yeah, but you know they're gonna push the fuck out of it though.
They have been, but it's like coming into a like, you know, oh, we're going to release a brand new console, like, you know, Microsoft coming down and going, hey, we're going to release a brand new console. Here's a new Xbox. It's going to cost you $3,000 to do it. It's like, why would anyone want that? You know, it's not at a price point where a lot of people can just go, oh, okay, because remember, you don't just buy the kit. You've got to also buy parts of your PC to make it a killer rig, and then you also have to find space. Space is the biggest thing with the VR, with Vive. If you guys that don't know, the differences between like stuff like PlayStation VR and Vive. Vive has these little, I guess what they call is like little room sensors that you put in each corner of the room, and that sort of gives you like feedback, gives the system spatial feedback so that you can physically move around in the space and sort of play it in the game. Great concept, amazing idea, but it's not a lot of people have space.
Unless you have a fucking gymnasium, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
It actually takes a fair bit of space, and a lot more space than a lot of people would care to give up. But, you know, people are like, hey man, we'll just make it work, right? Because like VR stuff, it's like, yeah, that's cool. Remember all those plastic instruments you got when Rock Band was the thing, and guitar and everything?
And he never used them again.
Exactly, and they sat around taking up a shitload of space, and it was just like. Oh,
see, my thing was I got Rocksmith, and because I actually have a guitar, so.
Well, that's one thing I've been wanting to hook up as well. I wanted to actually go down that road and get electric guitar and have a look at Rocksmith. How good is it? Like in regards to,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
Rocksmith is a lot of fun. The problem is my guitar has gone missing. Somebody stole my guitar from my house.
Shit.
And if I find you, and if I ever find you, I'm gonna kill you.
Speaking.
I'm Guitar Man.
Is that even a? Is
that
a comic book guy? Is that so? Just really, man, there's got to be a
Guitar Man.
Yeah,
there's got to be Guitar Man. Guitar Man somewhere.
Speaking of
talking about really stupid situations, and comic books, but it's really stupid ass situations. So, United Airlines kicks a passenger off of the plane because of a Marvel superhero hat. Now, it wasn't just the hat. Apparently, the individual who is said to be female, but it looks like a dude.
That looks like a fucking dude, man.
That looks like a dude. So I'm assuming this is like a representation picture of what the hat is,
possibly,
and not her. Apparently, she was wearing one of the upside down black American T-shirt.
ASAP Rocky shirt, basically.
It's an ASAP Rocky shirt. Isn't that from Isn't that from a movie or some shit?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a dope looking shirt anyway, dude. You know.
I mean, it's just a fucking T-shirt. I don't know if there's any symbolism behind it, like "fuck America" or something like that. I don't know, and I don't care at this point in time. It's a fucking T-shirt. There's nothing wrong with that T-shirt. If I saw it, I'd be like, oh, it's just a shirt. It's got the American flag, so it's upside down. At least it's not on fire or being degraded in some way by somebody wiping their ass on it. I'm okay with that. They're still showing enough support to have the American T-shirt on their shirt, and yeah, so it's got an anarchy symbol. You know what? A little bit of anarchy never killed anybody.
That's it.
It's a T-shirt. It's a fucking T-shirt. Well, the individual was asked. She was asked to like turn her shirt inside out, and she did. Apparently, but then the individual asked her to remove her hat, which is a Black Panther hat. The hat is a Marvel superhero hat, for crying the fuck out loud.
If it was an Iron Man,
she was asked to remove it.
If it was an Iron Man hat, if it was a Spider-Man hat, if it was a freaking Captain America hat, everyone would just be like, "Look at that nerd." You know what I mean? Because what? Because it says Black Panther on there? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh yeah, that's great. And here's the funny part. You want to know who asked her to do this? It was the pilot. The man who is supposed to be in the fucking cockpit, who is never going to see her sitting in the goddamn fucking plane. His job is to sit in the cockpit and fly the fucking plane with his co-pilot. The only time he should ever get up is if he has to take a piss, and that's it. He should never leave that fucking thing. because I don't want to die. So why the fuck is he complaining about this woman's shirt or hat? Are you a fucking bigot? Are you a retard? Did your mother drop you on your head so hard that your balls fell the fuck off and your brain was replaced with mush? Because at this point in time, sir, you need to nut the fuck up and get yourself a goddamn brain.
Well, I think there's one thing that we can safely assume here is that everyone, well, at least that pilot is a massive DC fan.
Well, that or he's just a racist prick.
That's it. It's exactly it.
It's one of those two. And apparently, as the woman tweeted out, apparently the pilot had the balls to smugly walk past with a smile on his face while he was going towards the restroom. Here's my thing, okay? If I had gotten on the plane and some asshole had done this to me and basically caused a huge rigmarole because like other shit went down as well, like she had to get off the plane, all kinds of other stuff went down. Apparently she had to wait for another 2 hours for another fucking flight and stuff to happen. I'm sorry, if this had happened to me and the dude had the balls to walk past me with a smug look on his face, I would have gone to jail because I had to beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, dude.
It was one of those moments. He wouldn't have been so smug anymore. He'd been spitting out teeth the whole 9 yards. And I don't care if I was a lady at that point in time either. I would have beat the holy shit out of him. Just been like, hey, you think this is funny? Oh, not so funny now, is it, dickhead? If I'm going to be kicked off the airplane, I'm going to have a good reason for getting kicked off the airplane. That's all I got to say.
Not only that,
but apparently,
not only that, but the insult to injury on that is the follow-up article of like they even misspelled a name. Like, get the fuck out of here!
They misspelled her name. But here's the funny part. No, it wasn't even they misspelled her name. They apparently sent the wrong case file to the people that had asked the question. Apparently, they had another situation where apparently arose that somebody was being super unprofessional, and another incident kind of like this had happened. Mm-hmm. So here's the funny part. Not only did they not give a damn enough to double check and make sure they were sending out the correct thing to the correct person, they also did not give a damn enough to actually give a true official statement. Because right now, here's the official statement. We are in contact with Ms. Stevens to discuss the matter further. Both United and SkyWest hold our employees the highest standard of professionals and had zero tolerance for discrimination. Did not inform the paper that was doing the report on it if there was any discipline action being taken, if Ms. Stevens had even received any kind of notion that something good was going to happen out of this, or if someone was going to be talked to about it. Nothing. They were just like, yeah, we take ourselves professional and have zero tolerance for discrimination. If you did, you wouldn't have an asshole racist pilot on the front, now would you?
That's true.
Dumbasses.
He should be reprimanded, man. He should seriously be reprimanded.
Not only that, you would have gotten the first email correct. You would have sent out to the correct people and be like, sorry, Mrs. Stevens, this is what's going on. Boom. Instead of going, Mr. Cole, I think it was like Corlin or some shit like that, or Miss Campos. Miss Campos. And who the fuck's Miss Campos?
I don't know. I have no idea. Some rando, man.
So that's somebody else. That's somebody else's fucking report. So that means we have a confirmed statement that there was another issue with somebody named Mrs. Campos about their employees not being professional, or they're having discrimination issues. That's what it means. That's what it says that's what it tells me. That somebody else is being a fuckboy.
So I understand that there is this inherent fear around like, oh man, we really need to like get on top of like, you know, this terrorism, all that sort of shit, blah blah blah. But like speaking,
that has nothing to do with terrorism. It was because like apparently she was black skinned. That's entirely different situation.
It's racial profiling. It's exactly.
Yeah, well, that I agree with, but it wasn't. It had nothing to do with terrorism on that one. That was just the pilot being a giant dick. I don't know if I don't know if he went out last night and his boyfriend didn't stick it in his asshole the correct way or some shit. But apparently, this dude woke up on the wrong side of the fucking bed that morning. It
really like as someone like whenever I go through like airport security, like the running joke with a whole bunch of friends of mine and I is like every time we go through airport security, I'm always the guy that gets singled out, and it is 100% of the time. It's no longer like this is a random search, like because I have seen dudes get pulled out for randomly searched before they saw me because I was standing directly behind that guy, and they happened to pull me aside and go, "You wait here." And I'm like, you just pulled that guy, man. What the fuck is going on? You hear. Is it the beard? Is it the face? Is it because of the fact that I'm a little bit dark skinned? Is it because like you really want to slip on me? I don't know.
You know what? If they're gonna already inconvenience like that, I know it sounds bad of me. They'd pull me out of line and be like, "Is it because I have a bomb in my backpack? What the fuck?
No.
What is wrong with you?"
So here in Australia, if you like muck around and pull stuff like that, then they sort of like go, oh crap. But I am thinking about getting a T-shirt that says I'm not a terrorist. JK. Nah, really not. Yeah. You know, just like something like that on the front. You know? Kappa. Yeah, I think it's you know, yes, racial profiling is a quick way to quickly assess like, is this person a potential threat or like whatever the hell it is, but what about
the thing? You don't even. Here's the thing: you don't even actually need to racially profile somebody. You can see when somebody's a threat or when somebody's going to do something just by facial features and body stance. This has nothing to do with skin color. I don't see a black guy and go automatically, oh God, he's going to shank me. No, I see somebody. I see somebody who is of the same race and humanality, and all he has is a different color skin pigment. That's it. He's the exact same as me.
Usually a lot wiser. Usually a lot wiser than the rest. I'm like, teach me. A lot more friendly and open than you know, because
there's a lot of folks that I've met that are like of different skin color than like everybody's like they're stupid. Like no, they're actually really intelligent. A lot of them are really fucking smart individuals. And I'm like, dude, how did you do that? And they're like, oh, yeah, let me explain it to you. Huh? Cool, fucking A, let's do this. But that's the point, man. Skin color is not a race. We're all humans. There's actually no race. There is no race. There's just the human race. There is no African. There is no anything else. What those are locations. Those are where you came from. That's your history. That's not your race. Your race is human.
It's true.
And the problem is like these big flares of racism and different kind of racial profiling has cropped up. Like what? Like 100 years ago, it became a thing. Maybe 100 and some odd years ago, it became a thing. It was basically a way for segregation to happen, so governments could define and keep everybody at each other's throat. Sorry, tinfoil hat moment. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Talking about the government, we're gonna go ahead and move on to a government funded program that would launch the Hubble telescope at this point in time. And apparently, we were very wrong about the number of the galaxies in the universe.
No.
And here's the thing. When you assume something, you just make an ass of yourself. So I'm currently looking at you, NASA and Hawkins. I'm sorry, guys. The fact that you tried to dictate what was out there in the galaxy. I'm sorry. I give Hawkins some credit because he ran with a theory for like 30 years and then turned around and went, actually that theory's wrong. And everyone's like, yeah.
He told everyone that it was, and it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, but it's really
that's what's wrong with the dictation of knowledge. The dictation of knowledge is usually incorrect. The only thing you can truthfully teach at 100% standards is history. And the scientific and positive of biochemistry. Those are like the two things that I have found that you can teach to 100% degree of this is how it works. And it'll always work this way as long as you're on planet Earth. 100% and 10%. Boom. Anywhere else though? Fuck that. I'm out. It's like I don't want to know.
So what they're saying here is they're basically saying that that whatever number they came up with,
it contains 10 to 20 times as many galaxies previously estimated,
which is great, which is fantastic. Because
if I remember correctly, there was 9 billion, or no, it was not 9 billion, 700. It was like about. It was like I think like right now they're saying it's 700 sextillion. Okay, is what they're saying now. But beforehand, it was like 900. Like not 900, it was like 9 sextillions or some shit like that.
Yep.
It was it's a really super big number, but it was like really low still. Now they're just like, oh yeah, no, there's like 700 sextillions, not 9 sextillions. There's so many fucking galaxies. We're fucked. This is what we're saying.
I think they had a look at No Man's Sky and went, wow, what a shit. Firstly, what a shit game.
They're just playing the game. They're the game like spread out in front of them. They're just like, I got to think about this. They how many ones? They said there were a couple billion. We need to go check that out real quick. They like pulled up the Hubble. And they're like, Hubble, can you do us a favor? Hubble's like, yeah, let me wipe my lens off. What's going on?
Yeah.
Can you tell us how many planets are actually out there? How many galaxies are actually out there? And he's like, oh yeah, give me a second. Yeah, you guys fucked up. There's like 20 times more than what you thought. oh, well, turn that piece of shit game off. We gotta go report some news and actually do some astronauting.
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. When you look at the entire thing of existence, man, we are merely a fucking speck of dust in the wind, and it is so freaking humbling, man, that like all of your everyday problems and woes and troubles and shit just don't add up to a single thing, which is fantastic. And it's great. It's great to at least have that grounding factor. And sometimes it can be overwhelming for people to go, oh my god, I don't really matter to anything. No one really matters for fucking anything, dude. Shit's just gonna keep happening, man.
It's very true.
Talking about
space.
Real space and a galaxy far away.
Far away.
Well, apparently not too far away, because there's like other shit we could potentially be closer to.
Yeah.
I want to live in this universe. I want to find this universe. By the way, this is sick.
So, I really do.
Everything you may have missed in the newest Rogue One trailer. If you guys have not seen the new Rogue One trailer, god damn, dude, just god damn, man. I am getting a lot of classic, original Star Wars trilogy vibes from this. But
nostalgia out the ass. Nostalgia.
Having us gotten our last hit of direct nostalgia from Star Wars.
Yep.
I think now it's a better time than ever to just for guys making the upcoming Star Wars movies. They can now go and take the swings and roundabouts that we got from episode 1, 2, and 3, because the fan service has already been done. Everyone's like, oh cool, we got what we wanted. It's sick. Now they've opened the door and reaffirmed that yes, we know what you guys like. Now let us craft whatever the hell we need to do. Man, this thing is just absolutely nuts.
My favorite part of this trailer is actually the fact that I start going through some of the images, and I love the fact that if Darth Vader is stomping towards you at that speed, you've done something to make Darth Vader feel like he needs to respond by moving quickly. You've really messed up. I was like, yeah, that seems about right. If Darth Vader's coming at you that speed, one of two things is about to happen. The famous force choke snap is about to happen, or he's just going to pull out his lightsaber and gut you right there on the floor. So you fucked up. You somehow fucked up.
You're done. You're absolutely done, Zos.
You're done. Unless this is him reporting. Maybe he's found something out so important that Vader's like, what is it? He's just there. He's fucking there. Boom. I want to know, are they going to bring back Mufasa to do his voice? Or not? Yeah, Mufasa to do his voice?
They would have to. They would have to.
Unless... Is he coming back to do the voice? Because it's like at that moment, I'm just like, I need him to. I need that in my life.
I need that. Yeah, I need. We all need that to happen, man, because it's so iconic.
Oh yeah, it is. So the predictions for this movie, I really hope this is going to turn out to be really, really great. So the new Rogue One trailer kind of gave hints and things to it. I'm actually really hoping that another Jedi crops up in this.
Yes, please.
But I don't want to be like a Jedi as like we think of Jedis. I want it to be like if they're going to make the I don't want it to be another female. I don't want another female Jedi. I know that sounds bad, but we already got a really cool female Jedi. Yeah. In the new, I want a male Jedi. I want somebody, and I don't want him to be like a Jedi as in like the standard Jedi. I want to be like I can't remember his name. It was part of the BioWare game series, the fucking Rogue Jedi series. The Rogue Jedi, I can't remember the character's name, but he used blasters and knives and just all kinds of different things. He didn't care what he used. That's the kind of Jedi I want. I want a Jedi that uses every tool at his dispense, and he's very much more open to be kind of an asshole and kind of a smart ass, and he's kind of there. And I want that. I really do want that. I want a different type of Jedi to show up. So that would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
It would be great. But now I really hope we don't hear dick about the movie until it comes out, because
I don't want to hear another fucking thing.
There's a point of oversaturation now of them releasing. Oh, here's a new trailer and here's a new clip. Eventually, they're going to show all. If they keep doing that, and they keep going down this road, we're going to see pretty much all the best bits of the movie.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to see. That's why, like, some of my favorite movies have always been the ones that, like, the trailer is just like a 5-second little teaser and it's done. That's all you get out of it. That's it. You don't get to see anything else, and they keep everything under wraps, and like nobody gets to get out of there and get anything. And you're just like, oh yeah,
that is,
and like people are just like, yeah, and it's like, and then you go sit in it.
That is absolutely the best thing to do with that series, right? Is just give us a taste, keep us hungry, and then because they've already won everyone over. So whatever comes down the tubes is whatever the fuck comes down the tubes, and we don't really need to know every little thing about every little nuance that's going to happen inside of that movie. And hopefully we don't have to talk about it until then. But there's probably some stuff that's coming. If they show some shots from the set, that's probably a bit better way of doing promotion. It's like, here's some leaked shots from the set, or get the actors to be like, hey guys, you can now take like certain photos and release them fair and see. So it's like, that'd be
that might be something pretty cool. But but that's kind of it, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far.
Is that us for that's us for our
that's us for the day, guys. I wanted to end this on the Star Wars high note because like Star Wars is the big thing coming out right now.
Star Wars, but
guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Yes,
Mr. ArcDK, if people want to come and find you on the internet, where can they go ahead and do that, sir?
You guys can find me just by looking up ArcDK anywhere and everywhere. Guys, go follow me on Twitch if you want to hear anything on everything about the DK-ness.
And a big shout outs to Rowie AU for hooking us up with a theme song for this podcast. Don't forget to go over there and check him out. If you guys want to find me everywhere, it's just DIBBSGG left, right, and center. Make sure you check out the guys on the Filthy Creatures stream team. The short link for all of them is filthycreatures.tv. There is a website actually coming. I can probably say by Monday this will be up. But you guys enjoy your weekend, enjoy your 2 days off. We'll be returning within 2 days from now to provide some more banter, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yes, we will. And remember, may the force be with you. Ooh. Or at least the fart.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.